Hello.
All right, we're good. Okay, awesome. So, Coach, just kind of opening thoughts on this one, just thoughts on this game, how this went for you guys today.
Yeah, I obviously got off to another slow start. Really good football team. You just can't get behind like that. We were able to obviously come back last week, and this week we didn't start well in any of the three phases, and then didn't do enough to get back in the second half.
Penalties on drives in the first half. How do you avoid those sorts of mistakes?
Yeah, really frustrating. Yeah, we had a hold on a 2nd and 1. It was our first drive that was pretty crucial, and then misalignment on a 3rd down that we converted. So, we're a young team, but still, you shouldn't be making those mistakes. That's stuff you should know. So, we got to work on it and continue to drill home how important it is. We work on it a lot. But we got to improve on that because those were two really crucial penalties, early in the game that kept putting their offense on the field. And obviously they got some explosive guys.
Yeah, just kind of on the slow start, just kind of what do you guys need to do to make sure you guys get off to better starts in these games?
Yeah, eliminate poor penalties. I think, early on we knew it was going to be difficult to run the ball. No one's really run the ball against these guys. They're really good up front. We were hoping we'd be able to protect and get the ball out quickly and sustain some drives and get some points early on the board. And hopefully, their D-line would get a little tired and be a little bit easier to pass protect because they're so explosive. But we just didn't sustain any drives offensively in the first half early on, and then they got out to a big lead.
Right, quickly on, looked like Ben Urosic. Was he not available at all today?
He was not available.
And Casey Filkins, I thought I saw him on the sideline, but I didn't see him get a...
Yeah, he was dressed. He's just, we didn't feel that he was 100%. We didn't want to put him in harm's way, so we decided not to. He's a really good player, just didn't feel like he was fully 100%.
Sometimes coaches will say a week of practice, they can kind of tell how well prepared their teams are. There's no guarantee, but you get a sense. Did you get a sense this week that you were going to have a game that was this lopsided?
Well, no, we knew we had a huge challenge. We knew they're really good. So I thought it was honestly, I thought it was a really good week of preparation. I thought our guys were focused. I thought they came in Tuesday and had a really good practice, and they were locked in. We just got to, as I've said before, our margin for victory is thin, and we got to start out faster. We just have to. We can't put ourselves and give up long drives and on offense, 3 and out and give them the ball back down. Then you start to get some momentum and on the other side, and it becomes difficult. No, I didn't. Obviously great team. Hats off to them, but we got to start better.
Is there anything specifically that you could positively build off of from tonight's game?
I thought they continued to compete in the second half, and there was no. They didn't stop. They continue to fight, which they've always done, and we expect that. That's the expectation. I thought our protection got a little bit better in the second half, which was good. We need to improve that part of our game. I'm sure I'll see more things on film, but it doesn't feel like that right now.
Coach, did UCLA's offense attack you any differently than you expected with the change of quarterback?
Same scheme. Coach Kelly always has done a great job of, kind of slightly adjusting to the quarterback that he has. But it's the same scheme. They did a really good job. I thought Garbers was really poised. I thought they protected him really well. And then when we did get a little pressure, he did a really good job of creating space and keeping his eyes downfield and this running for some first down. So, but same scheme.
Troy, you had said, I think a week or two ago, about a quarterback separating himself within the game. Justin didn't play very much tonight. Did the game at Colorado give Ashton kind of that separation to earn him the number one job?
Yeah, competition's always there at every position. But yeah, Ash did a really good job last week, and not that Justin didn't. The moments that he played, I thought were pivotal and key. Ash under some difficult circumstances, did some good things. He wasn't perfect. He missed some throws, but he's really composed and continues to fight and compete. But I do have confidence in both of those guys.
It doesn't get any easier with Washington coming in next week. Not much time to get things turned around. What's kind of the message to the guys, and what do you hope to get accomplished this week?
Yeah, it doesn't get easier. Haven't watched a lot of Washington just because of kind of the different teams that we played, but seen them a little bit. They're outstanding. Another great quarterback. Very explosive team. I believe they're playing right now, I think. Yeah. So. Undefeated, great football team. We get another opportunity. Our guys know we play a tough schedule, and so that's what makes it so rewarding if you do play well and you win a game. But yeah, we'll lick our wounds, and we will be ready to compete and get it back after it. And we're excited to have an opportunity to play against one of the top teams in the country.
Tiger Bachmeier found the end zone for the first time of his Stanford career. Two-part question. Just A, what did you see on that particular touchdown? And then two, just kind of talk about his development and growth over the course of the season.
And Tiger was here, in the spring. He was an early graduate, and right from the beginning, he was able to absorb the offense and compete. He's just a really competitive kid that gives you everything he's got. He's got good hands. He's good in traffic. And he does some good things with the ball afterwards. And yeah, I think it was pressure, and Ash was able to deliver the ball, and it was a great run after the catch.
Io Manor, he did lead the team in receptions and yards, but he also had the fumble and the offensive PI. How would you, such a big game last week, how would you kind of evaluate how he did this time?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely made some plays. Looking down here, he had 13 targets and 8 catches. The fumble was disappointing. I mean, it was a nice catch. It was a nice route. You got to put the ball away, and he's trying to make something happen. He's trying to get the ball in the end zone, but we've done a pretty good job of taking care of the football. And that time we did not. I think we had 2 turnovers on the day. We did turn the ball over a number of times on 4th down and put our defense on a short field. So. That makes it tough on the defense to defend against a team like that on a short field.
1 for 12 today in 3rd downs, 0 for 4 4th down. How do you keep drives going? How do you convert in those big plays?
That's been something that we've been pretty good at. I think we were 46%, coming into this game on 3rd down, and we didn't get it done today. So got to have starts with me. Got to have a better plan. We knew it'd be challenging with how much pressure they bring and how good they are up front, but and we shot ourselves a couple times on some pickups that we could have had. But yeah, that was a huge factor in the game. We weren't able to sustain on 3rd down and got off the field quickly. So that was a big part of it. Okay, thanks guys. Go Card.
Ashton Daniels here. We'll take questions. Ben Parker.
Hey, Ashton, just kind of want to get your thoughts on the game, both your performance and just maybe what you guys could have done better offensively to put up more than just 7 points in this one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Coach came up here and said it. He told us same thing at halftime. We just got to start faster. I don't really think that the first half we were as competitive as we needed to be. We left a lot of things out there on the field. We got to convert on some of those 3rd downs in the first half. We also have a lot of penalties holding us back when we do make big plays. So it's extremely frustrating, but at the same time, if we want to be great, we have to take accountability and be ready to move on to next week.
So UCLA has one of the better defenses in the country. Can you kind of talk about what makes them so good and like what they do to make your life difficult?
Yeah, their guys up front are they're NFL pass rushing guys. Both the twins, 11 and 12, 15. They're extremely hard to block. I think throughout the game, our guys did a pretty good job of, establishing protection. I think we got better and better as the game went on. But yeah, I mean, if we're not able to establish the run and establish our protection, it makes it really hard on us. So yeah, I mean, I think we had a lot of opportunities. I'm not saying that they weren't a good defense, but I'm giving a lot of props to them. They fly around, they play fast, they're very physical, and we knew that coming into the game, but we just didn't take advantage of the things that we needed to.
Ashton, it seemed last week's game that you kind of maybe separated yourself a little bit from Justin. You played almost the entire game today. Have you guys discussed that in practice over the last week or so? Has Coach Taylor talked to you that you are the number one guy now, or is that?
No, I mean, at the beginning, he told us that no matter what throughout the rest of the season, it's gonna stay a fluid competition, and I know that. I'm not really worried about who's gonna be playing. I know that. I think we both know that we have a job to do, and that's to go out and lead the offense no matter who's playing. So yeah, I mean, we're not worried about that. We don't talk about that. We just go out at practice and work on what we need to work on, and then come out on Saturdays and do our thing.
So you targeted Tiger and Ellick 24 times, and they had 16 catches combined. Can you kind of talk about kind of the connection that you three have, and just what you look for when they're downfield? Yeah,
I think, it's not necessarily just a connection between us three. I think I have a really good connection with the whole wide receiver room. Those guys do a great job of getting open. All of them do. And our coaches do a great job of, the schemes that we run to get them open. And I'm starting to build a lot of trust with them, starting to build a lot of trust with our protection. But yeah, I mean, when we get our pass game going, I think we're a really dangerous offense. We had sparks of it from all throughout the game. But I think if we want to be great and we want to win, we need to be consistent in both the pass and run game. And that kind of hurt us tonight. But yeah, I mean, they're great guys. They put in work every single day, and I can trust on them, and I know that they're reliable.
Any other questions for Ashton?
Kevin already kind of asked about both these guys, but just from a personal standpoint, how nice was it to see Tiger, even though in a loss, score his first career touchdown, and just talk about his growth and what you've kind of seen from him from March when he first got here, or January, wherever he got here till now. Just how nice was it to see him find the end zone, and also just what have you kind of seen from him from beginning of the year till now?
Yeah, I think it was long overdue, but I'm extremely proud of him to be that young and to come in the spring and just put your head down and work. He doesn't really care how young he is. He doesn't care about how old the guys he's going against are. I just know that he's going to come in and put work in every single day, and he's done that from the jump, and he's extremely impressed me and the coaching staff. He's gotten some opportunities throughout the season, and I love targeting him. I know that no matter what, he's going to go up and get the ball. But yeah, I'm extremely proud of him, and it was awesome to see that he got a touchdown today.
So Coach Taylor always talks about how you're the faster quarterback, and today it doesn't have you registered as having to carry. Do you kind of think that maybe you could help the run game a little more and maybe take off a little more? Is that
Can you say that one more time? Sorry.
So I'm saying do you think you could possibly help in the run game more and kind of just scramble a little bit more or something?
Yeah, I think a lot of our big plays, a lot of our chunk plays this week and last week came off the scramble. I think our guys do a great job of getting open downfield when the pocket collapses. But I mean, yeah, it's not something that I look forward to doing. I don't want to scramble. I want to sit in the pocket. But sometimes, defense brings an extra guy. We're hot, all this kind of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it ends up working out pretty well. We have guys that get open down the field. And, yeah, I mean, if I need to take off, I will. But at the end of the day, it's not something I look forward to doing. But, yeah.
Just so I'm asking a defensive teammate of yours. Just talk about Tristan Sinclair and the fire he brought tonight. Had a couple nice hits. Pop, just talk about what he kind of brings to the defense from your perspective, and just kind of the energy that he brings him and brought tonight.
Yeah, Tristan. Ever since I arrived on campus, Tristan's been a guy that looked up to, even though he's on the other side of the ball. He's a great leader. People tend to rally around him, and I know that no matter what, he's going to go out on the field on Saturday and give it his all. I was walking off the field at halftime, a little down, a little upset, frustrated, and he came up to me and he said, "Hey, like, we're still in this game. You saw what we did last week. Keep your head up, go out there, lead those guys," and all that kind of stuff. And hearing that kind of stuff from a guy that's older and experienced, gives me the confidence to go out there and be the leader that I need to be. But yeah, he's a great player. He's a great dude off the field, and yeah, he's a great teammate to have.
Thank you, Ashton.
Thank you, guys.
We'll finish up today with Guy and Bernadette. We'll take questions.
How y'all doing?
Kevin?
How you doing? Can you kind of talk about how well Ethan Garber's played, the UCLA quarterback, and kind of what you saw from him, maybe that you guys weren't seeing from like Dante Moore in film?
He did a good job extending, being able to extend the play. Obviously we didn't see him on film. We seen more of 3. And I wouldn't say we weren't prepared for him. I feel like whatever Coach April calls is perfectly sought after and thought of. But he did a good job extending the play. We came after him a lot tonight. And he was able to do a good job standing in the pocket and make the throws he needed to make.
Someone else asked this question to Troy, so I'm kind of piggybacking off and still in their question. But did you guys know which quarterback to expect tonight, and were you guys expecting to see as much of Garber's, or how did you guys kind of game plan knowing there were a couple different quarterback options you might see?
We didn't really base our game plan based off who's coming in the game. You could put whoever at quarterback, but our game plan is going to stay the same. Obviously, like I just said, we've seen them 3 on film more, but we've seen 4 come in the game, and nothing really changed on the defensive side of the ball.
This is the second straight game that you guys, fell behind really early, and then at halftime was, shut out. What do you think is going on with those, the 2 games with the starts that you guys have had?
Yeah, Coach Taylor talked about it. We have to start fast. We can't be a team that doesn't play well in the first half and then come out second half and start scoring and stopping the offense. We have to start faster. So that's one thing we need to do better.
I got like 2 questions real quick. In the first, I think it was quarter, you went down with an injury. Are you good there?
I'm doing better now. It's just, I'll be fine. Thank you.
Yeah. And then also, in terms of like stopping offenses like Washington in the future, what do you guys think that you guys need to improve on the most, just as a whole?
I feel like so Coach April and our defensive staff, they come up with key points every week, and two of those points that stay on every week are when you're deep, and rush lanes. So I feel like we need to get to the quarterback more. We got after him a lot tonight with the roughing the passers. We sacked him a few times, but to stay consistent and just rushing the quarterback and when you're deepest man, stay deep.
This is just a quickie report, so I'm not sure if this is a total or TFLs, but at least 4.5 at least on the sheet. Just talk about what you guys did well to get TFLs. That seems like a lot more than, or at least kind of above average performance in that department.
Yeah, so our coaches do a great job of scheming things up. We all watch film. They watch the film. They talk about it, and it's our job to execute it. As far as moving the front, as far as running different things they haven't seen on film. So just being able to be prepared and make the adjustments.
You guys had 10 penalties as a team. Obviously, not all of them were on the defense, but what kind of adjustments do you guys think you can make to maybe avoid those moving forward? And
just be smarter. You know what I mean? Just be smarter, especially when we have the ball, on offense and defense. We're not the refs. They call what they want to call. Maybe we don't agree with it, but we have to take it out of their hands and just play clean, play smart football.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night, all right?